chasing sunsets and sound waves. You're kicking it with Britt Bailey.
Booyah! We're transmitting!
It's like a daily dose of adrenaline.
Hey, get up, we're going out.
What is it?
It's Britt on the road.
I think I want to hear this.
From the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.
Oh, that's a nice combo.
Awesome road trip!
She's good. She's very good.
Fun?
It's fun.
It's where fun meets awesome. Can we start now?
Yes!
That's right. We are on the road here at the National Finals Rodeo, and I'm excited, but I'm also a little sad. David Adam Byrnes, you are not here this year.
We aren't, man. I know. I feel like I'm missing out. I just learned the term FOMO, and I'm definitely feeling it.
Yes, a lot of fear of missing out. But you've been out here quite a few times to the NFR and played out here. You played at the Mirage. You did the stuff with Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. You have had quite a few years here.
We have, man. It's always something to look forward to, and hopefully next year we'll be back out. But life happens, and here we are. So I'm at home this go around.
Yeah, well, and tell me a little bit about life happening. You say that you're at home. You guys are going to be remodeling. You got married this year. You had all sorts of fun stuff happen.
I know, man. That whole life thing just threw a fastball smack dab in the forehead at me. But no, it's been awesome. We finally got married back in October and took our honeymoon up to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and ventured around, did all that. And so gearing up to go back in the studio. We just got a new record out, about to start on the next one here right now. And so it's no rest for the weary.
Right. I thought it was no rest for the wicked, but
that works too.
Well, and speaking of that, you have been doing all sorts of stuff. You put out a new Christmas song. You have your single out there. You have the album out there. You've got a lot of dates that you're touring. Tell us a little bit about, kind of where that's all going.
Yeah, we did 2 records with Reviver Music, the Keep Up with the Cowgirl record, and then this new one, Country Gonna Be All Right. And I decided I'm gonna go ahead and venture off solo again after this. So like I said, we're getting ready to go in the studio and start working on the next project. But I spent so many years writing songs every single day and not recording any of them. So now I feel like we're trying to play fast catch up. So
sure.
But just trying to gear up, the Texas music scene, so many people are finding out about it, and it's really broadening. And it's making it where there's more and more artists out here every day. So you've got to do what you can to stay above the pack. And so we're just trying to stay busy, as well as trying to get used to marriage life and owning a little mini ranch and having Longhorn, and just, it used to be music 24/7. I've had to really learn how to balance job and life. And so it's been a learning experience, but I feel like I'm slowly but surely getting there.
That's awesome. Well, you mentioned Longhorns. Now, there's so many people that are getting chickens in their backyard, but you totally took it Texas on that.
That would 100% be a wife thing, but now her family actually raises Longhorn, and so
fantastic.
I knew it was a matter of time until some of them wandered over here. But don't worry, she's already planning the chicken coop and all that. It's like I said before the camera came on. I already told her, if we get any more animals, I'm gonna start charging admission anytime friends come over and call this thing a zoo. Because
there you go. It would be the David Adam Byrnes sustaining fund, petting zoo sustaining fund for their feed.
I think it's worked. That sounds great to me.
Yeah.
I came home one weekend. We had 2 new barn cats I didn't even know were coming. So that's, it's slowly but surely.
It's a woman's prerogative that when we leave any place that we live at, we come back with some sort of animal or, some sort of purchase in general. So.
That tends to be the case. Luckily she makes her own money, so I ain't got to worry about that part. But the chore list definitely adds up. That's where I'm like, all right, can we pump the brakes a little bit?
I suppose. Well, speaking of chore list, going out there doing those chores, cowgirls can get it done. And I want to pull on a little bit of your video that you made for this song, Keep Up with the Cowgirl. Tell me a little bit about how fun it was to make that video.
Well, I'm going to start with the song itself. Jay Brunswick and I have been writing together for years and years and years. And, She Only Wanted Flowers, a lot of these songs everybody loves are me and him. And he brought in a guy named Jason Blaine that I'd never written with, who is killing it in Canada right now. And, I kind of told the guys, I was like, man, I said, it's funny. I said, all my heroes have cowboy songs. I've always been doing the Texas thing now. And, I don't have a single cowboy song. And so we got on this idea about how hard it was to try to keep up with a cowboy, and it was not clicking.
Yeah.
And I think we're about 15 minutes in with a light bulb hit. And I said, fellas, I think I know the problem. It ain't cowboys. It's some damn cowgirls you got to try to keep up with. Soon as we flipped the mindset, I mean, that song wrote itself. I mean, I knew it was a smash the second we wrote it. And so it was actually one of the first 4 songs we actually tracked for that record. And
Wow.
I knew it was such a big song. I held on to it until we actually released the record. And so it was the single off of it. It was the feature song off the record and the title track. And it's like you said, I got the idea for the music video. And, I've been working with Durango Boots now for, 8 years probably.
Yeah.
And brought the idea to them. And they just so happened to be doing a push for the National Day of the Cowgirl right when we were doing all this. So Durango came in and helped sponsor. And, a lot of the footage is actually the Durango athletes that they work with and partner with. And so I just thought it was a cool chance to, of course, get my spot of me singing in there and all that, but to really showcase these badass cowgirls out there and show what they do. Because, man, it's not easy doing that life, especially being a female. And so we took it even further. I did a little series where I did a podcast, and I actually interviewed every one of the ladies that's in this video and a few more, and just getting their perspective. It's funny. You don't really, it's kind of like a musician life. People think we just show up, step on stage, and that's all there is to it. You don't really know all the behind the scenes, what it takes to get there. And so it was really cool getting to interview and get their perspective of the day and what all they go through and what it takes to get to the point that they're at. And so it was fun. It was career changing, and it was informative for the most part.
Awesome. And I'm guessing maybe a couple other songs may have possibly come out of that.
It did. We ended up having on this record, still have some Cowboy left, which is, one I started years ago, and it just wasn't right. And I really wanted it on that Neon Town record, but the song wasn't done. So I brought that back out to Jay and Carlton Anderson, and we finished it. And then, of course, we've had some number ones with Drinking Games off this latest record, our single, If I Was Your Cowboy. We're getting close to hitting number 1 with it as we speak. And so it's just been a lot of songs, a lot of music. We've been pumping it out. There's times I kind of look at it and go, which one is what? But it's been really cool watching the fans react to this and watching us grow with all these songs. And ironically, I said I've never done a cowboy song, but if you go look at my streaming, my best stream songs are the cowboy and cowgirl songs. So it shows I'm finally playing to the people I wanted to play to all this time.
Exactly, which is fantastic, being down there in the heart of it all. And, I see there on the videos, some of these gals that are going to be here at the national finals this year. So very cool. Such a great video, such a great song. I love that you're getting everything out there, though, because I have been, toting on you for how long. And so I'm really glad that there's a lot of other people now that are getting into the David Adam Byrnes train. So I just absolutely love it. What do you got going? I know you were talking about more songs, that type of thing. What's 2024 going to be looking like for you?
Just trying to revamp, and we're trying to just switch things up a little bit. We've had growth and things have been going good, but obviously you've always got to keep thinking down the road. So I really want to build this thing in Texas more. I mean, we're getting our brand known, but there's still a lot of people that don't know who we are. So it's just every step of the way, of as much as I can't stand it, pushing your TikToks and all that junk that the music industry switched to. But, just still touring. We're the road dogs that are out just about every single weekend. We don't have the luxury of touring seasonally. We've got to go out and earn it every single night. And so just keeping the boys working, still trying to write more songs, because at the end of the day, I wrote a lot of them, but we about ran out of all the old ones. So I'm getting to the point now, it's actually been a cool process, though, because even on this project here, normally I'm not looking at outside songs, which ones of mine. So it's been cool kind of going back to that process of picking outside songs again and stuff. And just, it's even more, it makes me happy to see I'm getting pitched stuff that I would actually record. For the longest time, I had to record my own songs because no one was writing the stuff that I wanted to do, which was true country music. And so it's just cool watching all this come back to life. I said for years, I was like, we need a dang urban cowboy movement to make cowboy country cool again. And Yellowstone dang sure did that for us. And so
yes, it did.
I don't know. I got ADD and I'm pretty sure I ran completely off your question, but
that's okay.
The answer is keep doing what I've been doing, but also try to figure out what kind of new little things we need to throw in there to keep the brand growing.
Fantastic. Well, I have no doubt that we will be talking to you a little bit later on into 2024, but I always love that you're willing to come on with me here during the NFR and talk a little bit about what you got going now. And again, I'm disappointed you're not out here, but we'll have to look forward to next year for it.
Well, don't worry. I'll make sure you get a chance to babysit me out there again. I know it's been a while.
It has just been a little bit. I didn't have to babysit you as much the last time, but maybe the first couple times it was definitely fun.
I'm in that mid-30 point, man. I can't do it like I used to anymore.
Well, thinking of those TikToks, I mean, they should be really simple now that you've got all the critters out there. People, they love to see those animals, so just sing to the cows.
I'm telling you, man. Well, we've got some more coming over, I think, tomorrow, it sounds like. So I'm like, great. I guess I'll have some footage of that. And then I'll realize my chore list just got even bigger. But
yes.
I love it. I love it, man. Music has always been my life 24/7. So it's, one thing Amanda's been great at is making me realize I've got to have a life outside of this. So it's been cool.
Yeah. Well, I can't thank you enough again for coming on with us. And I can't wait to see you out on the road.
Well, hopefully see you soon.
That was another On the Road exclusive with Britt Bailey.
Now that's what I call country.
On location at the National Finals Rodeo.
Yeah, you guys are so much fun.
To find more rodeo news, fashion highlights, and country music and rodeo athlete interviews, visit this station's website.
Now you're talking.